Alright guys, Dan from Scorched Earth Gaming here. Just gonna do a quick taste test for the current free game on Xbox Live Games Gold. It's Pneuma Breath of Life, developed by Deco Digital and released in February this year. So my plan was originally to go into this game completely blind, but I did a quick video yesterday and lost the footage. So I have a rough idea of what we're going into here. It's a puzzle game. Seems to deal a lot with perspective and movement.
In the beginning, me. I'm awake. I'm alive. I can feel it. Life
interesting, but I don't know if it would hold me for the whole game. So we'll go through the first couple of chapters, I think, and just show you guys what it's like.
There's only one logical conclusion. I am God, and this is my universe. It's pretty cool. It is too dark and silent, formless and void, not fitting for a god of my stature. Let there be light. Oh, and there was. Oh, wow. Oh, I must be God. I can move. I can talk. I can walk. I hover to and fro above the infinite surface, plain as it is. This is amazing. My universe.
But one of the main things that I actually really liked about the game from the video I did yesterday was the visual style. It does get very colourful, and buildings are very ornate, kind of almost regal looking. Kind of interesting.
Aha! A path! A narrow path that leads to a destination. Progress! Before me, I see a large wall. I press on and walk through the wall like a ghost. No, walls are solid. Can't do that. Note to self, cannot walk through walls. A button! Push the button. Escape the box. I control the world with a wave of my figurative hand. Though, being a god, I have no need for hands, apparently. I think I need some trimmings. Something to spruce the place up a bit. Make my universe heavenly. Something to reflect my wealth and godlike status. Grand. It needs colour. Gold. Lots of gold. To reflect my immense wealth. An abundance of goldness. Also to reflect my love of reflective metals.
I do find that the narration is trying to be funny. I think it's trying to do like a Thomas Was Alone or maybe Portal 2 kind of thing.
That's the right kind of place for a god to live.
I didn't really get it. It's not
if I bend my
trying to do something that that other games have done better before.
Away from me.
That didn't really grab me too much.
My own little universe.
I see what they're trying to do for sure, and it is interesting, but
which it is.
Not enough, I don't think.
Forward, the world approaches me. I am literally the center of the universe. As I turn, the world rotates around me. I am pivotal. I bring a new meaning to self-centered. What with being the center of all things. As an artist, I need to define my influences. Who are my influences? Well, myself. I inspire myself. I am inspirational. I aspire to be myself. Matched. Perfectly. Now I can relax. Thinking time is over.
I did find the loading times in between each chapter to be a little bit long as well, and the chapters are not especially lengthy, so you kind of running into them every now and again. When you think about like large open world games that can kind of do these big areas without having to load, a bit disappointing.
Lead me.
Areas themselves look fantastic, so that's probably where that comes from.
The passing gate is a sign of progress along my path.
This gate will only stay open as long as I'm looking at that eye.
With a new challenge at every turn. These challenges require knowledge. Slightly worrying. As a god, I consider myself all-knowing. Why is it I
Next one
stop
is
and
based on
think?
distance.
Knowledge
It'll only
is
open when I'm
shared
far
from
away
me.
from the door, and then I
These
kind of have to
eyes, watching,
run through.
makes me a bit uneasy. Not a fan of onlookers, to be honest. That which I can see exists. Ah, a bench. Brilliant. Something to rest my figurative head upon from all that adventurous walking. But I must be honest with myself. As a god, I feel no real need to rest.
I have to,
I know why I
again,
need a
keep
bench.
looking at
Doesn't
the
really
eye.
make sense. Maybe I should
Or
rest
to
as
stay
an
open.
example to others. No, there are no others. Don't understand why I filled the place with pots, either. I don't have anything to store. Maybe I should make lemonade. I need to invent lemons first, a few other things too. Time to start a list of inventions. Lemons, a lemon press, sugar, the abstract concept of sweetness. A tongue. I definitely need a tongue, but I need a body first. Legs. I want legs. Then I can have footsteps to accompany my walking. I find myself awfully ethereal currently, even for a god. A door that opens only when watched. Yet more evidence of my centrality to this narrative. It makes me wonder what is in the next room before I enter. Is there anything? Is it simulated? Is it
Again,
because
to
my
look
mind
up
is
at the eye and
empowered to
focus on the eye
manipulate
until the
the world
door
in
was
an instant?
completely opened, or we wouldn't have been able to go through.
Sanity, I choose to believe the world around the corner exists.
A lot of the puzzles seem to be based on this kind of idea of looking at these
Aha!
eyes.
There it is! Hiding. But I'm afraid
And
not even you
eye
can escape
here.
my powers of observation. Wow! So many books, years of reading.
I
But why
requires
would God read books that he's written?
here.
Then again, books written by God would be the best books. Why would I read books that I haven't written? I should write my own book. A book set apart from the rest. I wouldn't know what to call it. Autobiography, maybe. A brief history of life. Pneuma presents himself in Pneuma. Critics have called it the best book ever written. Winner of every writing prize for writing. The Hallway called it the best
Or this
book
guy
since
down a
the world
bit.
began.
Use the
Small bench said
perspective
it
to
was a
see the eye.
record-breaking record of historical
Nothing you can do.
records. Oh, I don't know what kind of book I would write if I didn't write an autobiography, though. Maybe a piece of fiction. I could tell stories of magical doors that only...
There we go,
I
it's through
watched.
again.
Maybe stories about a little wooden boy comes alive. Maybe...
So the first time I did this, it took me a couple of minutes to get the idea of what these puzzles were and what I had to do. Obviously now I have a much better idea, so I'm kind of flying through these areas. It does take a minute to figure out exactly what the eyes are doing. Like, are they opening when you're looking at them, or when you're not looking at them, when you're moving towards them, or when you aren't? And that concept seems to remain for the first couple of chapters.
Where did all this marble come from? Because it's just here. I guess as God, I made it. I can't remember ever making any of this, though. Marble requires great
Again,
heat,
as long as I'm
pressure,
looking
and
at
time
the
to
eye,
form. So how did I make
acted
it?
as if I was
Did
kind
I
of
just
grabbing onto
pop
it
into
and could
existence?
move it with
I
myself.
guess I could do that. Or did I have it in another universe cooking for a couple of million years? Both are reasonable. Maybe both. Changing it up. I need to work on my memory. Look at this! The world bends to my will. More evidence of my deity. The immense power of my mind. Bow before my ample brow, for I can move things with just a glance. Fear my gaze, lest I move you around. What a polite door. Opening itself upon my approach. The right way to treat your god door. I shall give you great treasures for your compliance.
And that one was, it would
This
only
door,
open when I was looking at it and
moving
moving
door.
away.
You can see its proud look as it attempts to thwart me. Why can't you be more like that other door? That other door had respect. I have bested you, door. Are you not moved? Rotate about me, bridge. Bow to my rotational power. I wonder if this is normal. Moving things with your mind. It must be. I am normal. That cannot
Again,
be
moving the
contested.
bridge by
Normal
looking
is
at the
normal,
eye
and it's
and
the
moving in
only
the
thing I
direction
must
it
be
wants to
normal.
go. There's a puzzle shortly where that concept is a lot more awkward. They could have maybe come up with a better way of doing it, unfortunately, but
I am mighty.
it does work.
I rather enjoy moving heavy marble with my mind. It would be a tough job to move this marble by hand, to be honest. What are hands?
The one I was
I can
referring
move
to.
bridges with my mind. I wonder if I could move them to laughter or tears. They seem to be quite emotionally dead.
We kind of grab onto the
But with
bridge
enough
there.
anthropomorphism, I'm sure they would lighten up. Thank
look
you,
back.
bridges, for bringing things together.
Have to look
I
away.
wonder if these bridges deserve my thanks.
That's probably the most awkward
Part
part, is having to look away from the eye, because if you even grab the eye for a second, it'll move the bridge away from where you'd originally placed it.
Excellence.
See, now I'm after moving that bridge. Okay, so we're moving along in a nice pace here. Now this puzzle really got me the last
This
time.
world seems counterintuitive. Not entirely sure what's going on. I seem to be playing a series of practical jokes on myself. Who constructs a world like this? A world that attempts to confound me at every turn.
Oh, I figured this one out.
Why did I make such a world? Makes me feel smart, I guess.
I will move the bridge up
Gratuitously
when I'm moving
self-indulgent.
down. You have to not make contact with the eye. Oh, and we also have to move across the bridge without making contact with the eye, or the bridge will go back down. Problem with this one is that there's an eye on both sides, so we hit here, and then we need to look away, and move. Oh, excuse me for 1 second there, guys. Seem to have come down with a little bit of a flu, so it's kind of affecting me a little bit. Need the bridge to go up more. Now, this next puzzle is based on the same idea again. We rotate while we're looking at the eye.
Me, or that I turn around the world.
Look away.
If it's just matrix multiplication, then the question is redundant, I'm sure.
Ooh.
Cos theta minus sine theta,
Yes.
sine theta, cos theta. My conscious perspective makes it an incontrovertible fact that I am the center of the universe.
Get this guy to move towards us a bit more, so get him around. Put down a bit. Look away, and there we go. Now,
As a god, I can turn any situation to my advantage.
door
The
just
rules
behind
of the
that wall
universe
there.
are mine to write.
And we've got the one
Though
behind us,
rather
so we're gonna look
conventional
up,
at the moment.
rotate the room around. Keep an eye on where that door is so that we can access it. There. More. Again, we hit those kind of lengthy loading times in this area.
Every room of this world seems to be carefully crafted for me. A hidden hand woven through the fabric of the universe. A fingerprint everywhere. A different hidden hand guiding my footsteps.
That marks the end of the area that I finished the previous day. I'm going to play for a couple more minutes and we see how we get on.
Know all things.
Okay, so this is like some kind of switch puzzle. turn them all off, or do I have to turn them all on? Y'all on, anyway. Seem to turn based on when I jerk my head. Okay, I'm not really getting this one now. I can see there's certain ones that move when you go. Turns off the two that I just turned on. This way? Ah, bingo. Literally no idea how I did that. We're just jerking our heads left and right randomly.
They must have created this world. If not, why would the world have the appearance of craft? Perhaps as I speak, a subconscious part of me is busy making the next room. It is my world, after all. I must be working hard right now to build the next room, or perhaps my mind creates this appearance of order out of the noise.
All the eyes are lighting up when I'm looking at them. How long does it take for the thing to turn? Find a route, maybe, to get them all to turn on? We got him and him. He's turned off straight away. Do we need a spot where they can all see me at the same time, maybe? Hey. Oh, okay, they're numbered. Right, so there's an order that I need to do them in. This guy's 2. Guy is 4, 5, 1. So we go 1. Over at 2. I'll look away. I'll look at any of these guys. Three, 4, 5. Okay.
This world is clearly the product of a mind. It is full of inorganic patterns and purposeful architecture. Could a series of complex interactions create an agent possible of making purposeful change in an environment? If that were the case, then it would make a compelling argument for a world without craft. Still a world optimized for some function, mind you. If something was transient, if something abided in this universe for a moment, or if something was removed, where does it go? A thing that is removed from the universe does not exist. A thing that does not exist. How can I know of a thing that does not exist? A memory of a thing that once existed. I need a principle to avoid this contradiction, this cognitive dissonance in my mind. How can I know of a thing that does not exist? What is this pervasive delusion?
Excuse me, guys.
Things must exist forever. How are these things created? Before creation, they did not exist.
Alright, we got a drop here.
Time! Time! The world has time! The world is not always the same. Aha! But I am constrained to this time. Why am I constrained to time? A god should not be constrained.
I gotta go, and we got the door, okay.
Here's a question for me. If I was to study the corner of a board game, could I infer the rules of the game? Perhaps if I use my godlike powers of intuition. How can you understand a world from a vertical slice? Sometimes empirical knowledge is required, surely. Not everything can be inductive or deductive.
Is with no exit. It's definitely a maze, but there's no action. Lighting goes really dark. It's just my eyes. Oh, if I jump. Here, alright. You take it, this is where the exit is. Right over here. Wait. Okay, so across this way, maybe? No. Ah, okay. Interesting.
If the world is made for me, for what purpose? Is it a test? Is it to be enjoyed? Is it to bring acclaim to its creator? As a god, I feel like I should have a stronger grasp of this.
And oh wait. Three? Or changing whenever I look at it. That's changing whenever I look at it. I need change again. Okay, guys, I think we're actually going to leave the Let's Play at that, because I'm going to do my head in trying to solve these puzzles. Puzzles definitely seem to be getting more interesting. I really like the graphical style. I think the narration's not as funny as it's trying to be, so I'd probably give the game... Yeah, I mean, give it a shot. Xbox Live Games Gold, it's free. What can it hurt? So this has been Dan for Scorched Earth Gaming. Checking out Pneuma, which is free on Xbox Live Games with Gold for the month of November. Thank you very much, guys.